Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name's Catherine. Yes, okay, I'm a last minute shopper. And if you're like me, you get it. Work gets really busy this time of year. I really don't feel like I have time to start thinking about giving gifts until the week before Christmas. Luckily, I always pull through. There's still time, and so can you. I decided to pull from my list on Pinterest of fun little items that I would want as a gift that are personalized, unique, useful, and exciting. By the way, I'm in my new apartment. I'm still trying to figure out my filming setup, but I have my Christmas tree here. This is my bookshelf. If you see the Glee DVD box set up there, no you didn't. So yeah, I have my Christmas PJs on, I have my coffee, let's get started. My first gift on the list is ceramics. And this includes handmade ceramics, which you can find on Etsy, or obviously you could make them yourself. But if you're not into that and that is time consuming, I think the ceramic section of Goodwill or any thrift store is a perfect place to find things that are unique, whether it's a little dish to put on their coffee table or something for their kitchen that they can actually use that's practical, or just a little trinket. Ceramics feel valuable and special, and they usually don't cost that much when you buy them secondhand. I love the glassware and dishware section of Goodwill. I'm gonna say it again, there's always something unique, and also they tend to have a lot of holiday stuff out this time of year. Another brand that I love is Fish's Eddy. Nobody is sponsoring this video, by the way. I'm just naming things that I like, but this mug is from there. They have a store in New York City, and with a lot of really fun, unique stuff. But honestly, every time I go, this seems like something from an antique store or something from a thrift store. So I do think stop by the thrift store this weekend and check out the dishware section. Another thing I would love to get is something embroidered. Anything embroidered right now is so cute to me. I think ideally, if there's still time, get something cute and personalized off of Etsy. But something that I wanted to teach myself how to do is embroider something simple myself onto anything, whether it's a stocking or a little handkerchief. People just don't give handmade gifts enough, and I think that this is like a simple thing that you can potentially learn. What I would love to do is, I haven't done this, but if you're at all crafty, I think it'd be so cute to thrift an item of clothing for someone and then embroider their name on it somewhere, whether it's like on the pocket or along the back, like some little personalization. And if you don't know how to embroider, there's other ways to do this, like iron-on letters or, I don't know, cross-stitching. I just think adding a little touch of embroidery to something thrifted, it's like super affordable and it adds like a personal touch that they will want to keep forever. Another thing that you can thrift really easily is beads. All of my jewelry that I bought in the last 2 years has been from the flea market. So if you have a flea market near you, you should go check out the jewelry, especially in New York. I know at the Chelsea Flea and I'm trying to think of the flea market that's on the Upper West Side. They always have like trays of glass beads that are gorgeous for like $1 each. And I personally would love to get a basket of beads or a box of beads for Christmas. This is really funny because this was already on my list, but I just watched Lainey Ozark's Christmas gift video and she had something similar where she said you could make your own bead kit to give to someone. Rather than buying those make your own charm necklace kits from Amazon that already come with all the junk, you could make your own. And she had suggested thrifting a bunch of necklaces, taking them apart, and then giving the beads as a set to somebody. And I think that's a really great idea. But even if you didn't give me a full kit, I would personally love to just get like some assorted unique beads, or even just one necklace made from a unique bead that you found. You'd be surprised how affordable it is to make jewelry yourself, actually, if you just are a little bit crafty. In general, I think any like trinket is an awesome fit. It's like such a sweet and cute gift to give. And people are really into trinkets right now. Don't buy a bunch of junk. Don't go to like, I mean, you can, I guess, if someone would really enjoy this, but I think that rather than going to that like $5 section of Target when you first walk in and getting stocking stuffers there. I think going to a thrift store or going to a flea market, you can find stuff that's just as affordable, but it's maybe more unique and probably better quality than something from like Five Below or Temu. Speaking of jewelry, I have been thinking a lot about lockets. I personally own a locket, but I haven't put any photos in it yet. I wanted to put my cats in there, but I ended up getting a third cat, so now I have to figure out a whole new situation. But I think a locket with a photo is so cute. I've seen on Pinterest, people have turned old jewelry, vintage jewelry into memorabilia, like this watch where they replace the face of the watch with a photo. That's a really good idea. If you thrift a watch that, for example, doesn't work anymore, you can repurpose it into something. If you're crafty, I think that it's such an amazing gift. I would love to receive something like this. I would absolutely wear a photo visibly on a bracelet. Speaking of sentimental things, I have been seeing all over Pinterest these framed memory boxes. It's like scrapbook art that has been collaged and then framed. So instead of just it being in a scrapbook, or instead of just saving all these random items as memorabilia, they're actually turned into a piece of art and then framed so that the person can display it. I think that is incredibly affordable. You could thrift a frame, you could buy a frame on Amazon for really cheap and just turn the backing of it into your backing for your scrapbook. And I'm thinking like you could use hot glue, you could use whatever kind of you can use a glue stick, like things that you have around your house. And I personally save a bunch of stuff even when I don't personally expect to use it for scrapbooking. Like I can look through my purse and find things that are memories from time that I've spent with my best friend, or notes that I've kept, or even writing them something, or creating finding things to scrapbook from magazines, or old postcards that you have lying around, or something just aesthetically pleasing but also sentimental, so you can personalize it with a note that you've written. I just love this idea. When I was in high school, I was actually very crafty. I was really into collaging, and I was really sentimental. I still am, but this was a time in my life where I didn't have any money because I was a kid, but I had a lot of time on my hands because I was, at home in my parents' house in my room. And so I remember times where I made tons of scrapbook things for my friends. I made a poster that had a letter on it with a scrapbook for my best friend for her birthday one year. And I once made an entire collage and poetry book for someone that I was dating in high school, which I realized now is very, I guess, over the top, but it was so I'm really proud of it, and I wish I still had it because it had handwritten poems, song lyrics. It had all these collages that I had made and put in there, and that took forever because it was an entire book. But I think even one page of that framed would be something that someone would keep forever. If the person that you're buying a gift for is crafty themselves, I think one super easy gift that doesn't require any creativity on your part is a blank notebook or a blank scrapbook. That is literally a simple one-click Amazon purchase or corner store purchase, or even TJ Maxx or Marshalls. I know they have a lot of notebooks and stuff that are sometimes really cute. Every time I get a journal for Christmas or for my birthday, I absolutely love it. And I always think of that person when I use it. So that's a really easy one where you don't have to be crafty at all, and you can leave the creativity up to the person. Other collectibles that I really love would be refrigerator magnets or keychains. I think that those are really affordable little things that always carry memories with them. It's a knickknack that has a functional purpose, which is even better. You can make magnets from air dry clay and give them out if you wanted to. Same thing with keychains, I think. But also these are things that you can thrift really easily from vintage stores or thrift stores, and they're just fun and have stories assigned to them, or you can buy them new. I personally really love keychains. I have 4 keychains on my actual key ring that I've collected from different places that I've gone and visited because I just think they're so cool, and like I've thrifted them, bought them new. So I think it'd be really fun, especially now the way that people are like decorating the outside of their bags. That's another idea. You could make like a bag charm for someone with a keychain and then beads like we talked about. It's almost like a combination of like jewelry and knickknacks. You could put their name on it if you wanted. This is like something crafty and it would require a little bit more time. But again, I really don't think you'd have to spend that much money to make something like that. Honestly, I could make a bag charm for a friend with like old jewelry that I have that like I don't even want anymore. So I might do that. Some more DIY stuff. I see homemade candles on my Pinterest all the time. I personally never made them, but I've thought about it, and I really love the ones that are in creative vessels, so you don't have to like spend a lot of money on the vessel part. So you could reuse jars. I love the candles that are like in seashells. I love the candles that people have made in the little like Altoid tins. I think that these are a really good idea because you can make a bunch of them at once and give them to like everyone you know. And I think gifts like that are great. Whether it's, you know, I'm baking a batch of homemade cookies and giving like them to everyone I know a little bit, you know, like my coworkers or whoever. Or last year, 2 years ago, my best friend Jessie, she made her own vanilla extract. And I think that it took like several months because it was like a process of, I don't know, letting the vanilla beans like sit in the alcohol or whatever it is over a period of time. But she ended up giving little bottles of vanilla extract to all of her friends. And I think stuff like that is really amazing. So candles, I think, are like an affordable way of doing that. What's even more sustainable about it is that you can reuse, I think, wax from like a tunneled candle that you have or something like that. But I'm sure you can just like buy candle making kits. But I think that, you know, if you were to like declutter your house and go, okay, I have like these 4 coffee mugs that I want to get rid of, but I'm gonna turn them into a candle and give them to someone, like how cute is that? I don't know. I wouldn't be like, wow, you didn't spend money on it. I'd be like, wow, this is such a cute idea. You managed to like create something personalized that has meaning behind it and you didn't really spend any money at all. Like that's so cute. But I'm like a thought that counts kind of a person, and I also love gifts that are like meaningful and functional. And in general, I just don't think that like spending a lot of money right now is an option for a lot of people. So yeah. Another like candle idea though, if you don't want to make something and you'd rather buy something, I know a scented candle is like a really like easy gift, but I think it would be cool if you got somebody like candlesticks, like candlestick holders, and then actual candlesticks, because I know those are really popular right now, but I also know that like it might not necessarily be something that people think to get for themselves. I think good gifts are things that like someone might want, but they're not gonna like go to the corner store and pick it up. It's like repurposable and reusable and has like an actual function, because you can replace the physical candles as opposed to, you know, a scented candle that you use once and then throw it away. Also, like I can't use scented candles because my cat has respiratory issues, and in general, like fragrance isn't great for everybody. So candlesticks that are unscented or pillar candles are like a really good option for people who might have like fragrance sensitivities and stuff like that. This is like kind of a random thing, but I also think a really good gift for anyone is like a cool deck of cards. I love this one. I don't know, I know Etsy has a whole bunch of cool ones. I'm sure you can find them on Amazon or like Barnes & Noble. I've also heard that like Goodwill will have them, and it's like easy to count out if all 52 are there. I've also heard some people say that puzzles are a really easy thing to thrift as well, and that like you think they're not gonna have all the pieces, but like most of the time they do have all of the pieces there. And what I love about these two gifts is that if you give them as a gift to someone in your family at Christmas, you can literally use them for the rest of your vacation or your like time off together and make the puzzle together or play cards together. My family and I, we play cards every time we are together, and we do puzzles all the time. So it would be such a fun gift for like everyone. It's kind of a gift for myself if I was to get one of my siblings a really cool deck of cards, because I'd like immediately get to play with them and break them in. So just like a small idea that, you know, it'll get used a lot and it's not expensive. And then my very last suggestion is something super practical that, you know, if all else fails and you don't have time to get creative and you don't have time to have something delivered to you, I literally would get someone a Trader Joe's gift card. We are living in dark economic times right now and groceries are expensive. It's more exciting to get a gift card for a specific thing than to get a gift card to Amazon, because Amazon is, I don't know, it's just like, it's sort of like flavorless and unseasoned at this point. It like reminds me of like Walmart. Like it's like giving someone a Walmart gift card. Like you get, yes, you can get anything there, so it's exciting, but like you don't immediately think of like one item when you think of Amazon. And when you think of Trader Joe's, I think your mind like immediately imagines like getting all of the like things that you specifically need for your kitchen, or just like treats for the holidays and like snacks that they have. So like for me, I go to Trader Joe's every week. Getting a Trader Joe's gift card would be like an immediate like, okay, yes, I was definitely going to go here. And so this actually saves me a lot of money and a lot of effort, rather than just being like a gift card towards something that I don't necessarily need, or that I could just spend on like buying more junk. Because if we're being honest, a lot of the stuff on my Amazon wish list is just junk and not useful. So I think buying someone a Trader Joe's gift card, or like a gift card to any kind of grocery store, is such a like, why don't people do that? So those are some of my easy, sentimental, affordable, and practical last minute-ish holiday gift ideas. If you have any more, leave them down in the comments below, because who knows, like we need to help each other out. I haven't bought anything for anyone yet, so. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, give me a subscribe. You can also follow me on Instagram at @katdookie, and I love you, you're beautiful, and never forget that everyone is a princess. Shout out Paris Hilton, and happy holidays. Bye.